Kura team, and welcome to another Advanced Loot Routes here on my server, the White Cloud server for DayZ. And here we are in Svetlojarsk, which for some reason to me always seems like it should be Scandinavian and should come with lots of Vikings and stuff, even though it probably doesn't. So here we are running around and finding ourselves tire arms. This loot route is probably going to be a little bit different than the other loot routes in terms of the sort of direction I take. And I have a feeling that some of the direction I take will probably be a little bit contentious. I guess part of that is based largely on my experience. I've spent a fair amount of time up north and in the northern section from time to time, and a bit of time around Svetlo doing various bits and pieces, and so on. But you know, I always find with some of these things, people are like, "Are you crazy? Why are you doing this?" And I feel this might be the same. So we're going to do a little bit of a more interesting one here. It's not going to be the same as all the previous routes, which kind of essentially focused on getting to Novi Savor, Stari Sabor, Vibor, and NWAF. There's going to be probably a different approach to this one, and you know, it will probably surprise you, astound you, amaze you, or aggravate you. I don't know which. Possibly all of the above. Is that a functioning hat? No. So here we are, Svetlo, and we're going to go and do Svetlo, and we're going to have a look around. That's the like Polytechnic Tech building, whatever you call it. There's an industrial building. There's some more industrial buildings. There's a railway. Church, which is on the square, and other side of over the square is the medical. So we're all going to go up there, and we're going to have a look at all of those kinds of things. There is another train yard down there. I might pay it a very casual visit. Obviously, as I have said to you before, this is my server, and it is a modded server, and I do know that there's a mummy down there. And I would really rather not run across the mummy if I could at all help it. So I'll probably be very wary of down that area, so that I don't run across the mummy. And what I will do is I will go and have a nosy, go and have a wander around, not have a rangefinder, and pick up the various bits and pieces of loot that I need to pick up on my way through the town, and so on and so forth, and such like a thing. And I will pick you up at Medical, which is on the southern side of Svetlo, and we'll talk about our position then and where we will be going from there. So stay tuned, and I'll see you shortly. Right, okay, welcome back. So here we are. This is Medical, obviously. So we're above Medical. We're on the other side of church. So we started off on that side. We've come up, kind of whizzed around, zigzagged through. There's a whole lot of fruit trees and various other things all over the place. So we've had an awful lot of fruit, which is jolly, jolly good. I did forget to mention that there is police. That's police over there. So we did do police. There's no fire down here in Svetlo, but we do have medical, and we do have police. We do have a whole bunch of houses and various other places that you can go and have a look at. I didn't go down to the railroad tracks by the mummy because I just didn't need to. And you can see, oh, and water is over there. There's a kind of a grassed area behind all those buildings, and if you go in there behind those buildings, you will find water. So we've been to water a couple of times, and we've tanked up with water, and we've tanked up with a lot of fruit, and we picked up some canned peaches off some Zeds. So anyway, how are we looking? Well, we picked up the shotgun and the scorpion from police, and we got 5 rounds in the shotgun, and we got I think one other spare. We have the Scorpion, which has 19 rounds in, 20 including the one in the chamber, and we also have picked up a box of 380s for the Scorpion as well, so we're looking pretty good from that perspective. We got a stab vest, we got a hiking jacket in dark colors, which is pretty good. We got our cargo pants in dark colors. We picked up a nice woolly hat. We've got face covering here that we made out of some rags, and we've got some gloves that we made out of some rags. I mean, the thing is here, if you're up north, you got to stay warm. Okay, you gotta stay warm because it is cold up here and you will get cold quick. So make the most out of what you get. Concentrate on insulation and staying dry and staying warm. Um, as I have. We picked up a chicken and cooked said chicken. Picked up a hatchet, picked up some fronta. We made the bone knife out of the chicken. We picked up some matches, which is pretty great. We got a full stack of matches. I think my hiking jacket will keep those dry. We've picked up some repair gear, which is great because we repaired everything that we needed to repair. The stab vest, for example, wasn't in the best of condition, and our jacket wasn't in the best of condition when I first found it. And that's it. We're in pretty good nick. We didn't really get anything from medical, to be fair, so that's fine. I got one extra bandage, but there's really very little else, and we haven't found a bag, which is a bit of a shame. No bag, which is not even like a little school satchel, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, where are we going from here? Well, we're going up this way. There's a little place up through the woods called Olsha, and we have this thing, which will help us navigate. So Olsha is kind of a little bit sort of like kind of south east, I think you would say. It's in this direction. You can't really miss it. It's up through the trees, and the reason that we're going up here to Olsha is because on the other side of Olsha is an airbase you may have heard of called Krasnostav Air Base. And yeah, I know. Okay, Krasnostav Air Base is the one with the medical tents, but it also has military Zeds, and it also has some military containers. It has a few other bits and pieces and all the rest of it. So we are going to head up in that general direction. I would probably just caution, probably unofficial, doesn't matter much, but on my server, Krasnostav is loaded with lots and lots of Zeds. I put lots of Zeds in there deliberately. It's an intense place. It's definitely advanced, which is why I didn't do it on any of my other loot routes. So I'm going to go and do that anyway, and we're going to see how we fare with Krasnostav airbase, and I'll probably bring you in on the other side of Krasnostav airbase. There's the little town of Olsha, which you're going to go through, which has a few little things and water, and then there's a little antenna up on the hill, which has a couple of shacks in it, but probably very little else. And then there's the actual base itself, which has a few things in it. So I'm going to head over there. We'll get over to Krasnostav airbase, and then after Krasnostav airbase, I will bring you in, and we'll have a look at how we're doing for good or ill, shall we? I'll see you then. Well, welcome back. Here we are. This is the outskirts of Krasnostav airbase. So there we see the airbase tents over there, and beyond that, the industrial buildings and everything else. Come up over the hill over here, and you come down, and there's these two industrial little areas, and then there's all the way across. You can see there's military containers, and there's a building over there, and there's tents, and I checked all of it and got diddly squat. I got one leather duffel bag. I got one leather duffel bag. It's not quite true. I did get a blood bag and IV. So there you go. But I didn't find alcohol or iodine. I picked up some Fronta, and I picked up some Sprite. I picked up one of these canteens. Zed was wandering around with a zucchini for some strange reason, and Fronta, and I got another chicken on the way, and really that's it. No weapons, no good gear, nothing of any substance whatsoever. And the same over here. That's me. The smoke is me. I was just in there cooking chicken. So yeah, no, nothing. Diddly squatsy poos, which is disappointing considering how challenging it is down there. It's swarming with Zeds. So that chimney stack is the bottom of Krasnostav itself. There's just a little agricultural area up there. So we're going to head up to Krasnostav, and there's some buildings on top of the hill. That's police right up there. So we'll zip up through the field straight up to police, and we'll see if we can't sort ourselves with some more ammo. Water isn't a million miles away from there. Medical is on the other side, which need to go and have a look at. We can kind of loop around. The problem that I have with Krasno is on my server, Krasno is crawling with Zeds. So, looping around and doing some things. What do I need from Krasno? Well, not a lot, actually. I used the last of my duct tape. I have a leather kit. I used the last of my duct tape to repair some damage I got from Zeds down in the airbase. I could do with some gloves. I could do with a warm pair of gloves. I could probably do... Well, I'm all right for boots now. I could do with a better bag. I mean, this is not bad. It's, what is it, 35? The other duffel? Yeah, there it is, 35. But like a hiking backpack would be nice. I don't think I'm going to find a hunter's backpack up here. But I'm going to have to go and do that and have a little moochy around. But I'm not going to spend too much time there because I don't need food. I don't really need water. I don't really need a lot of things. I'm just looking for a couple of items. You don't want to get suckered into spending all your time in one place, just searching for one thing. The sun is also setting, so don't want to hang around. What I do want to do is I want to go up the hill. And up at the top of the hill, if you follow it over this way, is a little military base. It has no name. It's in some kind of place called Zeleny Khmet or something like that. Well, it's not there, but it's near there, so I'm going to call it the Zeleny Khmet military base and try and spell that one somehow later. And I might find some better product up there. So I won't call you in for Krasno because it's just yet another town that you've probably seen before, and there's nothing strange, startling, or fascinating I'm looking for. But I'll call you in when I go up to the military base and see what I look like, and then we'll talk about where to. Because this is Ed down there, just sort of running around. Because this is sort of like the first phase, and then we will head north and cross over the Northern Highway, and then the rest of this route is going to be on the north side of the Northern Highway. So as long as we're set up for warm, because it's cold on the northern side of the Northern Highway, then that's fine, and I could just do with a bigger bag. Okay. So yeah, I'll see you soon, from your perspective. Right, here we are. This is the I guess military base, military barracks. I guess is what this is. Just saw some Zeds pop in over there. So yeah, so there's 4 of these, and they got stuff in them. They got good stuff in them. Well, not bad stuff in them. We got the assault backpack damaged, but what we also got is down at Krasnostav, we got the SSG, which is great. So I got rid of the squirt gun. So again, short range, long range. Which is fine. So that has a mag in, which is full, and I have a spare mag, but there's nothing in it. Over here we got the backpack, but we don't have anything in it, and it's damaged, but that's okay because down in Krasno we picked up a sewing kit. So I'm going to repair my bag with the sewing kit, which is going to help me out just a little bit. Other than that, really, didn't find a whole heck of a lot. What I did find was I did find some alcoholic tincture at medical. So we got some alcoholic tincture, which is good. Only a very, very small amount, I would hasten to add, is all that I have. And we got some jungle boots, which is fine. We've got some jungle boots. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, you picked up some jam. Did I mention we picked up some jam? Jam's good. Some more rounds. Not rounds. Shotgun shells. Cartridges. Shotgun cartridges. What do we call them? We call them shells. So we got some shells, so that's great. We got some more shells for a shotgun, and oh, this bag came with baked beans and tin peaches in it. I mean, how awesome is that? It came with food in it. Not that I needed more food, but it came with food in it. So so we've got plenty of food, we've got plenty of water, we've got matches, we've got everything we need. We got this stuff. Right, so where are we going from here and why are we going there? And you might think I'm a little bit crazy when I tell you, because from here, if you head off in that direction, that's going to take us north, kind of north, if you don't believe me. It's northeast. North is directly that way. This is going to take us northeast. And northeast, this road will take us just a little bit west of Svergino. And why on earth are we going west of there? Well, we're going west of there because we're heading to Arsenovo. Now that's quite a little jog down here, and do be aware there's wolves out here. So you gotta be aware there's wolves out here. So old shotgun will come in handy, but there is potentially wolves out here. I've had wolves attack me while I've been at this base. Further down, on my way down here, a whole bunch of things. There are wolves. There's not that many places to get out of their way, but there are some logs and things. So yeah, that's all interesting, but it is a long journey. And why on earth am I going so far to go to Arsenovo? Because Arsenovo is just one of the best campgrounds that there is. And do we need to go into Trigino? I mean, I don't think so. We've got plenty of food. We've got water. We're in good condition. Everything here that I need is fine. The only thing, I mean, gloves, but I'm hoping I'll get gloves at Arsenovo. If not, at where we're going after that. I'm really after military gear at this stage. These are two good weapons. The SSG, fine. Range weapon, not bad. Also, shotgun, good. Up close and personal, not bad. I mean, it's not high rate of fire, so medium range, you're going to be really in trouble with it. So don't get into a fight in medium range because it ain't going to work for you, and that ain't going to work for you either. So not the kind of thing you're going to want to engage in PvP with, to be fair. But in terms of PvE and surviving, not bad. So what we've got here is not bad, and it will only be significantly improved by military hardware. So we're going in search of military hardware. But on the way to the search for military hardware, we want to go to Arsenovo. It has a barracks building in it. It has a military building in it. It has campgrounds in it with hunters' jackets and various other bits and pieces. It may have a much better long-range weapon like a Tundra, etc., etc. It may have some better military gear, vests and things. I don't think it's going to have a military weapon in it, but it is a jolly good start. So you might think I am crazy, but I don't really want to go to Svergino. And Novo's over there. Don't want to go over there either. It's not going to have anything that I really want. It's got police, it's got fire, it's got medical. Great. What am I going to do with those things? Not a lot, probably. So let's not worry about that. Let's start heading on for some of the critical stuff that's going to make life a million times better. And for me, from here, while it's a long journey, we're really well set up. Arsenovo is where it's going to be. So it's daytime. It's early in the morning. I have got to crack on because I've got a long ways to go, and I will see you there. Right, here we are, Arsenovo. If you come in the way I came, you come up this way, past the quarry. There's a little pond here. That's the wall. You've got the barracks over here, medicals over here behind these trees. You've got these little barracks. You have hunting cabins everywhere, or camping cabins everywhere, and you have the camping pub lodge, whatever over there, and over there next to that, those two dead Zeds, is the water. And how did we do? Well, we did pretty well. Did pretty well, I think. We got ourselves a hunter's vest, which is jolly good. We got a hunter's jacket. I did manage to repair it a little bit, but not a total amount. We didn't get hunter's pants, but I did pick up some BDU pants, so we're a little bit more camo. We still have our backpack. We did pick up some gloves at last. We picked up the padded gloves, which is absolutely fantastic, and they're in pristine condition. Picked up a new leather repair kit. Picked up some new box of rifled slugs. Picked up a new knife, actually, and picked up a box of buckshot as well, and picked up a bayonet. And we've eaten some of our chicken and bits and pieces, which, as I'm sure you'll know, because you're all clever people, but there's 12 temperature zones on the map, and they're all different, and it's colder in the north and it's warmer in the south, and the temperature zones have a variation depending on the time of year. Each server has seasons depending on where the server is located in the world. If you are in the colder regions, you will use up your food, i.e. your apple, more. If you are in the warmer regions or warmer part of the year, you will use up your water bottle more. So I've been going through my food probably a little bit more because this is now in the colder area. As you can see, I'm lovely and warm. I've got all the warm stuff. I've got a warm hat, warm gloves, warm jacket, warm pants. The hat seems to add a lot. I've found the hat seems to keep you, and that's true to life, keeping your head warm, keeping your appendages warm, your hands and feet warm. Is always pretty good. They've got high insulation, and then jacket and pants are also good. Probably pants less so, jackets for sure. So there you go. This is Arsenovo, which is just awesome. I do love it. I do love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So where are we going here? Well, we're going back up there. We're going up there. There is a military base up there called Kamensk. So we are going up to the military base up there, which is quite large, comes in two parts. It has a fixed sort of an engineering section at the top, and it has a tented section, but also a, I guess, administrative block or something, barracks building in the south bit. There's lots of Zeds up there, but there's also lots of good loot. So we are going to go right up there next, if the weather holds off, and we'll see how we go. And what I'll do is I'll call you in when I'm finished, and we'll see if we look very much different from this to whatever we ultimately end up looking like, right? I'm probably not going to change my clothes much. I like the hunting jacket. I like the hunting vest. I would like hunting pants, but these pants will do. Yeah, but we might change our weaponry a little bit. We shall see, shall we? I'll see you soon. Right, well, here we are on top of the military barracks building, and that's the bottom tents, and over there, you probably can't see in those trees, there's another set of tents, and way up there at the top is some barracks. So how are we doing? Well, we got some interesting finds. We've got a KA-74, which is damaged, but it does have a full mag, and it does come complete. It does have a scope, albeit the scope itself is also slightly damaged, but that's fine. So we have that, which is jolly tickety boo. We have picked up a DMR mag, which is loaded, which is great in case, just in case. We've also picked up a KA-101, and this one's got a lightweight buttstock on it. It's in pristine condition. We just need a mag. This is probably my preferred weapon, to be sure. But I've got this thing as a backup because it carries more rounds for now. But I will be looking for the KA-101 magazine, which will be jolly good. We've obviously got some rounds. These are the 5.5645s, which go with the 101, and we have the 308s, which go with the DMR, and we have the 5.4539s, pardon me, which go with KA-74. We got a box of extras for the 74. We don't have any extra anything else. We picked up a can of tactical bacon. We have chowder away through the chicken. We picked up the NVG head strap. No NVG goggles. So there you go. So yes, I normally wouldn't carry around two weapons because of the weight and because of the amount of inventory space they take up. But a pristine KA-101, I can't turn it down, even if I don't have a mag for it. Because if I find a mag, great. I've got ammo for it. So I just need a mag. I just need a mag. So I'm not going to turn down what is one of my preferred weapons for the sake of a magazine. I can carry this thing around. It'll do the job if I need it. I've still got the SSG, I suppose. Arguably, do I need it if I've got the KA-74? Possibly not. I could possibly get rid of it in a pinch if I have to. But for right now, my weight is pretty good. So I'm pretty fine. Not really a problem. And yeah, we need to we need to move on. Um, and again, you're probably going to think that I'm mad because we came all the way up here to Kamensk military base. And what we're going to do is basically backtrack back down to the main highway, through a little town called Kalinovka. And there's a little military roadblock outside Severograd that we're going to go and have a look at. So we're going to go and have a look at that, and we're going to see what that looks like and see what we can get there. And then there's only one other base where there's military stuff, which is Zaprudno, which we need to have a look at before we end at Novaya Petrovka again, which is our favorite ending spot, which is the platform or the jumping off point to Tizzy. So there you go. There we are. We're nearly there in terms of our kit out. I would like to get this 101 sorted, and then I could possibly trim up my inventory a little bit. I've got a collection of stuff. We could do with the NVGs. And we got the Death's Head ski mask, obviously, as you can quite clearly see. So yeah, we could probably do with trimming things up a little bit. We look like we're carrying a lot of guff around, essentially, until we make a decision about what we're doing about stuff. So yeah, such is the game. Anyway, what I'll do is I will go and have a look at that little military roadblock and see if it has anything, but it's only a couple of tents, so it's probably not going to make much difference to you. And then I'll have to head over to the military buildings at Zaprudno. So what I think I'll do is I'll probably head back through Kalinovka to the military roadblock, and then I'll go out to Zaprudno, and I'll call you in there, and we'll have a look at what we're looking like. I'll see you soon. Right, well, here we are. This is Zaprudno, where these three barracks are, and it's obviously storming, as you can figure out. So yeah, we came down pretty much almost straight south from the military base, and that brings us into the Kalinovka, which is just north of Severograd. And there was nothing really there. I was only really looking for repair kits. And then Severograd, I just skipped around Severograd, not really interested in going into Severograd at this stage. And at the military, did I say Svergino earlier? I meant Severograd. Sorry, I get those mixed up all the time. Yeah, we had a look at the military there, but they didn't have anything we wanted either. And we came over here, and the only thing they did have that we wanted was the night vision goggles. So we've got ourselves the full night vision goggles set, which is good. We still have the AK-74, we still have the SSG. We picked up a belt, tactical belt, so we can put our water bottle on that. We still have the KA-101. I do not have a KA-101 mag at this stage. We're still traveling light, so we got nothing in our hunter's jacket. We got some spare ammo, food. We haven't picked up any more alcohol or anything. We got a couple of spare knives. We've got some bacon. We've got a spare empty mag for the SSG. We got rounds for the KA. We got some cans of food. We got some multivits. Got knives and axes. We got a leather repair kit. We got our medical stuff and a compass to find our way. We don't have a duct tape or repair. Our hunter's jacket took a bit of a bashing from a couple of Zeds along the way, but otherwise, yeah, we're not too bad. More like a B minus than a C minus for sure. So anyway, that's Zaprudno. That's everything we got. So yeah, a bit stormy. I'm gonna head over to Novaya Petrovka, which is literally just over there, and we'll just have a little quiet chat for a wrap up, shall we? I'll see you in a minute. And, well, here we are, as always, at the end, at the top, at Novaya Petrovka Police Station. So, yeah, so here we are. So, a bit of a mix and a mix on this one. And it is a bit of an odd route, to be fair. And there are other ways that you could possibly do the northern route as well. You could still do the Bereziki boats. You could still go across the top around the back of Novo, and it would still take you up to the up past Arsenovo and Kamensk, and and around that way, and you could go all the way around the very very tippity top, because there's uh, uh, Pobeda camp right up at the top, I think, and it follow that round, bring you into the very top of Tizzy, that kind of thing. So there are ways to get around it, and there's different ways of doing it. Is it worth going to Krasnostav? Yeah, I mean it wasn't this time around. You gotta go quite a ways to get there over the hill and down into there, and there's lots of Zeds. It's quite noisy. It's quite a popular place on a busy server and all that kind of stuff. Um, and just because we didn't get what we wanted this time doesn't mean you're not going to get something better the next time. So it's one of those things that you sort of have to play on the fly with, and sort of work it out. But that little military base at Zeleniki is pretty good, and I do like going up there, and I've been up there a few times, and I've been killed up there more than once, to be fair. So yeah, it's a good place to go. You do have to watch out for the wolves though, especially on the way down. And the rest of the towns are the towns, really. You can dip in, you can dip out, you can do whatever you like, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean we got good weapons. Don't get me wrong, we're loaded. We got a KA-74 and an SSG. We're pretty dangerous. So you know what I mean? This will work. We didn't find a repair kit, but it'll work. And the KA-101 is a really good gun if I could just get a magazine for it. So again, we got good guns. So we got the good guns. Got good vests. This is a good vest. I like this vest. Hunter's jacket, good jacket. We got belt, we got trousers, we got good bag. We got an okay Christmas hat. We could probably do with a better hat, to be fair. But that's fine. And we got good gloves. We got this annoying ski mask, which always seems to change texture. It gets these eyes under the mouth for some reason. I don't know why it does that. We got the night vision goggles, and we got good boots. So we're doing fine. We got good food. We got ammo. We got knives, we got sharpening stones, we got stuff to keep ourselves fit and well, we got bandages, blood bags, a compass to get around. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. This is a good start. So yeah, it's not perfect. There's a few things missing, but and things could be in better condition, and that's probably why I'm saying it's more of a B minus. Because if all of this was in the best of condition and we had a couple of spare rolls of duct tape or something, and we had, like a big dark green woolly hat and a big dark green balaclava or ski mask or something, then I think I'd say, yeah, you're on your way to an A plus. But especially if you've got a DMR. But there you go. For this one, not too bad. So yeah, so remember how we started? We started out way over at Svetlo, and we went up through Svetlojarsk, and we went over to Olsha, and from Olsha we went over the hill to Krasnostav Air Base, and then Krasnostav itself, then the Zergnemeni military base. Then we went down, skipped the outskirts of Svrgino, and went straight up to Arsenovo. And then from Arsenovo, we went up to Kamensk military. And then from Kamensk military down to Kalinovka. From Kalinovka to Severograd roadblock. Then to Zaprudno. And finally here. So there you go. That's it, and that's the last of the advanced ones. I mean, I picked all of the spawn groups. They've all been done. You've all got a good idea. Is this every possible loot route you could follow? No, of course not. Are the 6 advanced loot routes that I put here the 6 loot routes you have to follow? No, of course not. You can mix and match and do all kinds of things, and there's very different ways to play the game, and there's very different goals that you may have in mind. PvE, PvP, you just want to get to your mates because they've already got a base set up somewhere. There's a whole bunch of things. Some people just head up to NWAF and then just loot NWAF for a few days until they get everything they want. Just go through a few server resets and whatnot. That's fine, up to you. Different ways to play the game, different horses for different courses. But I hope this gives you some ideas. They're generally fairly generalist routes to trying to get you thinking and jiggle the old grey matter and make sure you're still staying honest and not getting stuck doing one particular thing day in, day out with DayZ. So yeah, do drop a like, do subscribe to the channel, do click the bell notification, do feel free to pass any comments, drop any tips, tricks of your own, and I will see you all again for something completely different very, very soon. Ta-ta for now.